Lesson 79. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved.
Hi there. Have you ever felt overwhelmed with problems without knowing how to wrap your head around them? Well, let me tell you something. The key to solving any problem is first recognizing what it is. If we don't know what the problem is, we can't solve it. Even if the problem has already been solved, we won't realize it because we don't know what it is. The truth is, there's only one problem: separation. And guess what? This problem has already been solved. The only reason we don't feel like it's been solved is that we don't recognize the problem. Everyone thinks they have their unique problems, but in reality, they are all the same. We must recognize that all our problems have the same root cause, regardless of their form. This is the situation we are in. We seem to have a long series of different problems, each requiring a different answer. And so we try to fix them one at a time, and when all seem to be fixed, the next one arises. It feels like the problems never end, and our problem-solving skills are inadequate, so we are bound to fail. Have you ever experienced a time when you felt completely free of problems and at peace? What if the temptation to think we have lots of different problems is the temptation to keep the only real problem unsolved? We can't solve all the world's problems, as they exist on many levels and in varying forms. It's natural to feel dismayed and depressed. Some problems remain unsolved, and we may try to ignore them, but they come back to haunt us over and over again. But all of this complexity is just a desperate attempt not to recognize the real problem and, therefore, not to solve it. Only when we recognize that our only problem is separation, no matter what form it takes, can we accept the solution. In today's longer practice periods, we're going to ask what the real problem is. We won't assume that we already know. We will try to clear our minds of all the different kinds of problems we think we have and try to recognize that we only have one problem that we haven't identified yet. We will ask what it is and wait for the answer. We will be told. Then we will ask for the solution to it. And we will be told. Today's exercises will be successful if we don't try to define the problem. Perhaps you won't manage to let go of all your preconceived ideas about what your problems are, but that's not necessary. Just be open to the possibility that you don't understand what your real problems are. You have been given the answer, and once you recognize the problem, you can find peace. There's no need to set the time for the shorter practice periods today. Throughout the day, you may face various problems, just don't be deceived by the different forms they can take. Remember, there is only one problem and one answer. Whenever a difficulty arises, tell yourself quickly,
Let me recognize this problem so it can be solved.
Close your eyes for a moment, ask what the problem is, and you will be heard and answered. What do you think of that? Isn't it amazing that when we recognize this, all our problems can be solved? Keep up the great work, and we'll see you tomorrow for another powerful lesson.
If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment. Thanks. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. There's a new lesson every day.